Good afternoon, everyone. I hope everybody has enjoyed their snow. As you can see, our kids have been out here playing around, enjoying it. You know, I'm not sure what's going to happen with this week with the two games on Friday and Saturday, due to the fact that I don't know when they're going back to school. Granted, they've already been out 3 days, but this stuff's been on the ground for 4 whole days. I heard the elementary school up there in Union Grove was pretty bad off still, so maybe the system diverted resources up there to get them cleaned up, or to the other schools that's out here that possibly need it due to ice or whatnot. So there's a possibility one game could be canceled when we play on Saturday, or both games would be canceled because, you know, trying to get the whole thing done and cleaned up before Monday. I don't know how this could work. I will let everybody know when I find out. Because of the snow, we did not get to have practice. So we need to talk about at least last game. Now, on the outside looking in, it is a very bad look and very bad looking situation of being final score 16-0. Because of that, you know, I was still proud of y'all Friday night because y'all played y'all's hearts out. You gave me everything that you had, and there wasn't a single person that didn't. That made me proud. I mean, just to be y'all's coach and see y'all just keep digging like y'all did. I mean, when things were looking bad, nobody gave up. First thought is 16-0. They scored 8 in the very first quarter. We didn't know what to expect, and that's okay because out of 6 of you, 5 of you had never even played organized basketball before. So you never played any kind of game ever. Well, we've got that out of the way. Everybody got better. So when the game started, we gave up 8. But we only gave up 8 for the rest of the game. See, when you give up 8 in the first quarter, you have to assume that you're going to give up at least 32. As you can see, try to let them get out of the way just a little bit. When you give up 8 to start the game, that's 32 that they're on pace for. Well, I told the parents a few weeks ago, if we could just hold teams to 20, I will call that a success. Fact of the matter is, they only scored 16 points. So we met that 20-point expectation, I mean, by 20%. That was nice. Guys, I wish I could give y'all a high five right now because that is cool. That is what you should do. On top of that, you also cut down their production 50%. And you only allowed them to get 8 points through 3 quarters afterwards. When we came in all those practices and we would do wall sits, and then we would run, and then we would do something else, and then we'd do a drill, and then maybe play fire, I was trying to keep y'all moving for a reason. And I did the things that I did. So, because we only have 6, we know what our disadvantage is. The other team had 8. And yet, they were more tired than you 6. Guys, that is cool. I appreciate that. Because that shows me that we got, you know, I didn't think that was going to be possible. That first practice we had. The first one where I knew I was going to be your coach. Guys, I'm amazed because different things come about from this game. I wanted to do this video days ago because I wanted everything to be fresh, but I'm glad that I didn't because of the things that I have talked about. You know, when my wife told me, she said, you got to understand, they were doing exactly what you taught them. And, you know, and in hindsight, they did. Because if you think about how we conducted practice, 45% to conditioning, 45% to defense, 10% to offense, well, you get out of it what you put in. We put in the conditioning and the defense, and that is what we got. You are doing what I taught you to do, and I'm glad. Now I need to teach y'all how to play offense. We're going to keep working on defense, and we're going to keep getting better. Yes, there was times when people got out of position on defense, but that is okay, because with everything that we have done this year, it's only going to get better. Like I said, we might have looked like a bad team. That does not mean we get to stay that way, or we will stay that way. From this point forward, throughout the entire season, I have 4 goals for us as a team. Goal number 1, score 1 point. If we can just score 1 point, that means we have already succeeded in that aspect. Number two, outscore an opponent in a quarter. Now, when we look at the second and the third quarter of this last game, we had an opportunity where if we could have just got 2 shots to go in, just 2 shots, we would have done that. That's okay that it didn't happen. We will get better. So, outscore an opponent in a quarter, and then outscore an opponent in a half is number 3. If we can do these 3 things, eventually number 4 will happen, and that is win a game. While I do not want to focus too much on winning and losing, I also do not want the kids not to know what it feels like to accomplish that. I believe that it will happen, because while we have been at a disadvantage on time that has been taken away from us due to weather, that does not mean that we cannot evaluate like we're doing right now with what has happened and ways that we will get better. As I said, I don't know what's going to happen with the schedule this week. When I find out, I will let everybody know. Well, hopefully, I would prefer just the games get canceled and we have practice on Monday and go from there. However, I want everybody to think about it. You know, if you can do some wall sits for 10 minutes and maybe go shovel snow, you know, build up some strong arms and stuff, get some back muscle into it like I'm about to have these 3 do. You know, that'll be your workout for the week. But just stay safe, and I will see everybody soon.